Welcome everybody back to the old live stream here. It is Corey with Spiritual Paranormal Investigators. Today we are finally, after many hours of technical difficulties, we are finally able to get videos back up and running, full length, and yeah, we're finally able to start on camera 7. Um, yeah, we had some problems with the converter we had from the original media files from the DVR. So I'm actually currently in the midst of watching the second file of camera 7. I'm going to go ahead and continue this, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can finish up by tonight. I know it's going to be a lot of hours. It's going to be a long live stream. Unfortunately, I don't have a choice. This stuff actually does need to get done, um, and it won't, it's not going to do it itself. So, that being said, I am going to go ahead and go ahead and get this started. So there's no audio to these camera files because it's all strictly DVR. There's no audio. That will be an upgrade in the future. So here we're specifically looking um, for in this area here is where we are looking to see anything, because this is where some of the activity actually happens at this location. Let me. Oh, was it pop? Okay, cool. So this is a good place that we've investigated so far. Again, this is our second investigation at this place. Um, we are planning to go back to a third one. The third one will not be recorded DVR. We will be doing it old-fashioned night vision cameras, um, K2s, recorders, such of the sort. We will not be using the DVR this next time. We're going to go old-fashioned. And I'm actually going to go ahead and post in the group on Facebook. If y'all aren't members of the group, I do recommend it. We post pictures and things, videos, and stuff in there. So if you're not a part of the group, just look us up on Facebook, Spiritual Paranormal Investigators. You too can be part of the group. So this is Adrian here walking through the house. That is not what I wanted to post there. I need to go here and close out the chat real quick. Share, copy link, go back into, oops, where'd it go? Here it is. Bring that back. If y'all see anything, let me know. Probably won't, but hey, worth a shot. Adrian looks like Adrian's got his butt in the camera. And as soon as he steps out of the way, the camera is going to go back from night vision, probably back to day vision when he steps out of the way. And this light is actually on for most of the night um, until it is turned off. So there's Jim there. Oh, that's William. That is not Adrian. That is William. Adrian's over by the table. So we have Adrian, Jim, and William. I myself am outside at this point during the investigation. Looks like Jim is carrying the live stream that we did during that night. He's carrying the live stream, and looks like William has the excuse me, has the night vision camera, and whatever Adrian is working on. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm sitting here sending out notifications on social media platforms. My group posts shareable stuff. Share them on Facebook. I'll have to figure out the sharing feature on that a little bit here later. concentrating on this. So it seemed during the whole night that the um, the inside was more quiet, like indoors was more quiet than it was outside, and I don't get why, but it happened. Let's see if I can boost my microphone. All right, let's see. Hopefully that fixed a few things. There we go. There we go. All right, now that we've got that all picked up and fixed up, hello to my third viewer, whoever you may be. Thank you for joining. So also, ladies and gentlemen, when we go into houses to do investigations or businesses, um, we don't expect people to specifically clean up, um, make everything like all spick and span to look like their house isn't lived in. So what you're seeing on the screen, you see, some hangers in the next to the reclining chair. You see some stuff hanging on the kitchen table, chairs, and you see some stuff on the table and all that. That's just because the guy lives there and he's got his kids. So I mean, the house is lived in, so we don't expect them to be super, super, super clean. I mean, we expect it to where we can be able to set up and walk through and do stuff like that. But the house is lived in, so we don't expect them to. Um, we don't expect them to be completely, completely spotless. Welcome to the third viewer. Appreciate you joining. Feel free to leave us a chat in the comments. If you should have a live chat feature there if you have an account on YouTube. But feel free to interact with anybody who's watching. For those of you who are watching, feel free to share out to your friends and family, to those who love the paranormal. We would like to, we'd like to obtain a bigger following. Make sure you give us a like. I guess go ahead and share the page and the videos if you like. Would help us grow the channel. Appreciate it. So again, the specific area we're looking in is going to be right here. Now, not to say that we don't pay attention to the whole entire screen, to the entire area, but the one area I'm looking in is right here. As Robbie, um, before the first investigation we did, he had a handprint across his entire abdomen area that was like 3 times the size of his hand. Like I seen the picture of it, compared the picture to his in person size, and yeah, the handprint on his abdomen was like 3 times the size of his hand. So we're looking specifically in the area of the chair to see if anything happens. Now, again, not to say that something doesn't move in another part or something doesn't walk across the screen, um, something like that. Um, we did have the light off in the dining room, and then he left it on, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. It's perfectly fine. one of my other investigators will be in here shortly. She is in the midst of a group game that she's playing right now with some friends. So as soon as she's done, she will be in here streaming with us. So we'll see what happens. So right now it's just me in here. Adrian is getting himself prepped and ready for bed for in the morning. He has to work tomorrow morning. So it's just me. William is doing whatever he's doing. Jim is working. Jack is working as well. So right now it's just me. All right. Sorry, it was going to be a little loud, so I muted the microphone for just a minute. Alright, let me know if there's any audio problems. If y'all can't hear me, please let me know in the chat so I can see it and I can try to fix that issue. Because I know sometimes it does pick up and sometimes it doesn't. So let me know if you can't hear me in the chat. I will try to fix it ASAP. Because it should be picking up my audio. Yeah, if you can't hear me, let me know. Because you should be able to hear me. But if you can't, like I said, let me know in the comments. Matter of fact, I will post it down here myself. Or don't post, that's fine. I didn't post. Come on. It's still not posting. Okay. Hey, what's up, Sean? Apparently my apparently my chat's not. There it goes. My chat wasn't popping up. Okay. Nothing yet, Sean. Nothing yet. Um, it's we didn't catch Earl. It was just one of those kind of things. It was kind of a slow night. Um, the inside camera was actually a really slow night. The only thing that we did get was one of our cameras got knocked over. Um, we got a couple light anomalies. As far as anything else, we didn't really capture a whole lot. We got more audio than we did anything. So, yeah. Right. Yep, good old typical stuff. I got 8 people in here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to everyone. The YouTube page and all that. You may do so. I'd like to get some followers in here and get the subscribers up and well, I'm glad you can hear me now, Amber. Perfect. Yes. Sean and I will be collaborating um, to. Oh, hi, Nicole. Um, Sean and I will be collaborating together sometime to see about possibly the possibility of becoming what we call sister groups, um, where we might be able to do some what they call co-investigations, investigation duos, whatever, however you want to put it. Pretty much becoming like sister teams to help support each other, not only support each other, but help each other grow, spread the word about each group, some collaboration stuff that, I've never had in the past with the group that I was in before. Not to say anything bad about them, because I absolutely loved the old group that I was in, which there's no affiliation with them. The group just got disbanded due to medical reasons, but the coordinator and his wife, I have nothing against them. They are wonderful, wonderful people. I love them to death. I wouldn't say anything bad about them or the group that I was in with them. Absolutely wonderful people. I spent 12 wonderful years with that group. Many, many investigations, many hours, many evidence hours, um, with them. Um, so it's yeah, I have nothing bad to say about them. They're awesome. Even the fellow investigators in the group, they were awesome people as well. I absolutely loved every single one of them that came and went. So um, I myself am also looking to add another 4 to 6 people to my group, um, just to be able to get that amount of people, get that boundary set, um, get our feet, get that pillar in the ground, and kind of get us off the ground and get us some further investigations in the future. It would be fun to do. Any of the viewers in here? Looks like we're gonna drop down to 4. If you know anybody in the South Central Indiana, Southwestern Ohio, Southeastern Illinois, Central Kentucky area, please have them get in contact with me. And then I will get with I'll get with Sean as well. We'll collaborate and get together maybe one time with funds allow or whatever. We can yeah, we can get groups together, whatever. We can go do some investigations. Investigations are free, so I am as well. I'm definitely looking to add some investigations, specifically Octagon Hall this summer. That is one that I'm specifically looking forward to. Um, yeah, I'm only about an hour and a half from Octagon Hall, so literally after the investigation, because it goes from 3:30 in the afternoon, 3 to 3:30 in the afternoon to about 6 or 7 the next morning. So I'm able to drive back, bring my investigators back here to my house. We can either crash or they can go home, however they want to do it. If y'all want to kind of lounge, if y'all want to get like some lounging somewhere, hotel in Bowling Green, or somewhere in Northwest Kentucky or wherever, y'all can do that as well. But yeah, I would love to co-investigate that place with y'all. I would love to have that. And if y'all want to pitch in um, if y'all want to pitch in with some food, we do plan on trying to grill out that night. We also do plan on sleeping there throughout the night. Try to get some rest while we're there, so we're not up for over 24 hours investigating. I will be bringing a cot, some blankets, stuff like that. So if y'all would like to bring cots, blankets, tents, whatever. Well, I don't think they're gonna allow tents, um, but if you want to bring like some cots, blankets, sleeping bags, that sort, we can set up and we can sleep outside. Because part of the investigation, part of what I want to do is I also want to check, like I want to do like the whole vulnerability thing while you're sleeping, see if we capture anything. So while we're that way, we can also have like if we can be like what Nick Groff does, where he has he's got a camera on him all night. Um, that's what we'll do as well. We'll have more night vision cameras, recorders and whatnot with us by then, and we'll have more battery backup packs and stuff like that for our cameras. So that way we can, instead of switching out batteries all night long, we just have one big continuous battery pack. And yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a good investigation. We can. Was it Western Illinois Paranormal Society? Yeah, I'll definitely look you up on not only my group. I'll look you up on my page. Well, I don't think I can do it on the group, but I'll look you up on my page, and then I'll look you up on my personal Facebook as well. Um, by the way, Sean, do y'all have a YouTube as well? Just out of curiosity. working on it. Fair enough. If you need help making a YouTube channel, let me know. I can help you. Um, it took me a while to figure it out on my end, but I did figure it out. So yeah, I finally got it figured out, and I got this one started. And yeah, so far, we are also able to do mobile streams as well. So once you hit 50 subscribers, you are able to go and do mobile live streaming. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, no, not a problem. I will send you my email. I will pull you up out of the Facebook group, and I will get a hold of you and send you my contact information. I believe also in the group is my email to the group. So if you want to find it, if not, it is s.p.i.investigators47@gmail.com. Here, let me go ahead and put that in the chat. I don't care if it's in here. I know most of the people that are in here. Oh, hello there, Miss Michaela. There's the email for contacting. If you know anybody in the, like I said, in the central Kentucky, South Central Indiana, Southwestern Ohio, Southeastern Illinois area, I would be glad to help them out as well. And same with you, Sean. If you want to collaborate, get together some co-investigations, would be awesome. So I am going over some video evidence as you see on the screen. This is from the last investigation that we did. Me and 3 of my other group members, Adrian, William, and Jim, we did an investigation for the second time at this residence in Bardstown, Kentucky, which you would know where Bardstown is. That's since you're in Bonneville. So this is us going over, this is me right now, going over video evidence from inside the house. I've already gone over the first 6 cameras. Going over the 7th camera now. Unfortunately, the homeowner left the light on in the dining room. So instead of it being in night vision, we are watching in pure color at the moment. And these are all at least 42 minutes long, so if you want to hang out for the duration of these videos, I am going to try and tackle at least one camera tonight, which is camera 7, which is the one I'm currently working on. I'm going to try and tackle this one tonight. I know it'll be a long, long live stream, but hey, it's worth it. It's got to get done. And, well, I'm the only one available right now to go over it out of anybody in my group. Jack is working. Adrian's in bed. Jim's working. William is probably about to be in bed. And Chrissy, she is in a group with some friends. So, I'm the only one. And it's been almost three months since we've done the investigation. Of course, with personal things going on and life, things do happen to where we can't get to evidence right away. This is a lot of evidence to go over, considering there is about 8 hours per camera to go over, not including 4 recorders on my end to do, which 2 of them are done, and yeah. Hey, if life happens. If you got to go to bed, you got to do something in the morning, whatever. I mean, you don't have to stay up all night. I'm probably going to be up most of the night doing this camera, because I've got about, how many more files do I have here? Y'all can't see my screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 more files, including this one. So that puts me 22. So 4 hours, roughly, of video camera footage that I have to go over. So, it's going to be fun. But this is what we do as investigators. This is all part of investigating. This is, all part of getting reveals put together and, showing showing evidence and allowing the whether it's a business owner or a house a private owner, allowing them to hear audio that we've captured, the EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon, um, voices we can't always hear that are captured by audio recording, high intensity, um, specialized recording devices, specifically for capturing audio. I don't have one of my recorders handy, but I do have 4 of them. We also document using K2 meters. We also have a few flashlights that have, people call them magnet strips. We also known as magnesium strips. If you touch them, there's 2 bars on the top of the flashlight. You touch them together, make contact with your fingers. It turns them on. You let off, and it goes off. We happen to have a few of those. I've had those for many, many, many years. They still work. I got them from my old group. Those are all in the equipment downstairs. Pardon me. We also have, I also use candles. No, I don't use them in like seances. I don't use Ouija boards, but I do use candles to see if maybe one of them gets blown out. I will set one in like one room, set one in another room, set a couple up on a table or something like that, see if they can be blown out. I do have some trigger objects. I do have a big green ball that I bought from like Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Walmart or somewhere. It's only like a couple bucks. I use that as well. I have a tennis ball on fishing line, technically a string, that I've used as well. That's been, God, I made that like a year after I got in my old group, so that tells you how old that is. Yeah, so it's just kind of some things we use. This last investigation, the one we are watching, we did actually do something a little different that I have seen. Unfortunately, I don't have any blanks, but we did out in the woods. We did use gunfire to see if we could attract spirits, any kind of intelligent response, anything of that sort, and it did work a little bit. It did actually work. We did capture a half-bodied apparition on photo. I will pop that up here in just a moment. Matter of fact, here in just a few moments, I'll pop that up. The first investigation we did also capture a full-bodied apparition. I actually captured it. Listen to me. Captured it on my handheld night vision camera that I was carrying, my video camera. We caught a full-bodied apparition on night vision camera. So I also have that picture, and I also have a picture of what's called an ectoplasm. So it's pretty much an energy burst, an EMF energy burst, electromagnetic field energy burst caught on a digital camera. Some of them are known as static digital cameras. Some of them are known as they got a couple other names for them, digital stills, things like that. So yeah, we've captured some evidence here at this place. We went back for another investigation, and with some of the things that we captured this time, we got a red K2 hit. Sorry about that. Excuse me. We got a red K2 hit. Very, very solid in the old house that is actually on the property. The old house dates back to, if I remember right, the 1870s. I could be wrong, and it could be older than that. I'll have to talk to the owner again to find out. I haven't written down a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of history on the area, unfortunately. and but hopefully, I'm going to try and get a hold of. I'm going to try and get a hold of the county. Was it Henry County? I think is where Bardstown's at. I'm going to try and get a hold of them and see if I can find some information on the area. So the with Ouija boards are known for opening portals. Um, you literally have to open portals using Ouija boards to get any kind of response on the Ouija board. And with opening those portals, anything and everything can come through. And if you do not know how to close those portals, or if you do not know how to deal with those spirits coming through, it can cause attachments and possessions. Um, it can also cause problems at the current location. So that is one thing that I do not specifically mess with. I do not have one in any of my equipment. I do not have any. I will not be around anything like that. Um, I will also not be included in any kind of seances, any kind of thing like that. I will not. We specifically document. We do not use any kind of objects like that to trigger the spirits or to bring them, um, to us. We want them to do their own thing. If they want to respond, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. If it's residual haunting, well, then all we can do is just document it. There's not going to be any kind of intelligent response. The only thing we can do is try to document it on night vision cameras, full spectrum video, full spectrum digital, things of that nature. We can't do anything technically with residual. Poltergeist activity is not actually a haunting. Poltergeist activity is actually where negative energy in the home or in the business specifically, anything specific like that, the negative energy actually becomes an entity itself. The energy itself that is created becomes an entity, and then that entity wreaks havoc. The only way to get rid of something like that is either a full cleansing. Um, Exorcism is not needed, but some people go to that point to exorcise the house and the individuals. The personnel, the personal cleanings, cleansings, not cleanings, cleansings. Um, there was one house we dealt with in Peru, in my hometown in Indiana, where it ended up with the husband and wife divorcing, just to get rid of that energy, to split them up, to get the arguing, the fighting, all of that stuff to stop. Unfortunately, that's what happened. It's it's not a very good ending, but it happens. Poltergeist activity will tear families apart, unfortunately. So, does anybody have any questions? Nicole, Amber, Sean, I know you're investigators, so you know you know what I'm talking about. Michaela, you got any questions? I would be glad to give any answers. Um, Sean, you may do so as well. You're just watching. All right. Nicole, do you have any questions? Like, do you have any curiosities, any questions, any thing that plagues your mind about about the paranormal? I would be glad to answer any questions. Sean would do the same thing, as he's an 18-year veteran paranormal investigator. That's what we are here for. So far, it looks like this camera is actually going to be relatively quiet. Unfortunately, I don't have a good view um, of the china cabinet here. Not at the moment. All right, that is perfectly okay. Sean, if you're still here, you got any questions for me, brother? Amber, if you're still here, I know my mom's one of my big supporters. Um, so anytime I go live, doing anything like this, whether I'm in an investigation or whether I'm going over evidence, my mom's one of my big viewers. So she's always in here. Um, I've been trying to get like a lot of my family members in here. Um, a whole lot of them don't really support what I do. My brother being one, being a Christian. Um, his thing of um, you know, you're dealing with the devil, you're a Satanist, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So I don't get a whole lot of support from a lot of my family, but hey, I am doing what I've been doing for a little over 14 years, and I absolutely love what I do, and I'm not going to change that anytime soon. So Michaela, so we don't provoke. I mean, so provoking can also cause what they call spiritual attacks. Um, what provoking does, especially if it's a negative energy or a negative spirit, um, can not only cause attacks, but it can cause attachments. Um, so we try not to provoke. I don't go in there if it's quiet in an investigation. Be like, come on, come attack me, or come up here, do something. I don't do that. That's not what we do. We go into investigations, and we're there with all the respect in mind. Um, we don't go in there to harm anybody's place, anything in their house. We're there respectfully. We're there respectfully with the spirits as well. There's Robbie. There's the homeowner. Um, so we go in with all much due respect not only for the homeowners, business owners, but for the spirits there at the place as well, because that's what we do. Um, and Nicole, as far as my personal feelings go, um, when I'm at an investigation, I keep an open mind. I always clear my mind before going in. I tell my other investigators to do the same thing. Please, 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 keep an open mind. Um, don't let your personal feelings get in the way. Um, don't let anything in life affect you at this moment. You're here for the investigation. You're here to find out what or who is here. Um, because what happens is, if any kind of negative energy that feeds off of you as a person, spirits can feed off of, and it can make them stronger. Not that I'm opposed to them being stronger. I just don't want them being stronger from negative energy. I want them to be stronger from positive energy. Um, Now, I am a sensitive, and I have been very sensitive to the paranormal since I was a kid. I have grown that ability and learned the ability over the years on how to control it and what I can and can't feel. I can shut it off as well, um, but I can feel the emotions of spirits. I can feel their presences. I can feel their energy. It's not something that I recommend people just opening themselves up to, due to the nature of not knowing how to handle it. Um, if somebody has it naturally, then I tell them to make sure they're very careful with their ability, and to make sure not to be trying to use it all the time, because at that point you're opening yourself up to things you don't necessarily want to open up to. So, like, if I go to, we have a Civil War, an old Civil War defense fort up the road from us. Um, I know there's a bunch of haunted locations around me. I've been to several haunted locations, um, not necessarily as to investigate, but I've been to several haunted locations, and I shut off my ability because I can get overwhelmed very, very quickly with emotions and feelings. And some places I go to, I get nagged. Like, they know I'm there, they know I have the ability, and they just nag, 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 nag at me. It's like they're right here, and they're screaming at me, like, "Hey, I need your attention. Hey, I need your attention. Hey, I need your attention." It's all the time. So when I go places, I tend to close myself off. And as far as people not being able to see me here, I will bring myself to a little bit on the bigger screen so y'all can see me just a little better. The worst experience. So one of the worst experiences I ever had, at an investigation, was where I was actually attacked by the spirit. He attacked all of the members of the group, so not my group, but the group I was in. He attacked everybody except the people who were not in the area. So that was me and three of the female members we had. Um, Never had a spire lash out from anger or trespassing. No, 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 never had a spirit lash out. They don't really know that we're trespassing. Like, they don't really know that we're actually trespassing. Um, they Some of them are intelligent to know that, hey, this was my land, and they don't know that they're actually dead, so they think it's still their land, and we have to go in, and tell them, hey, this doesn't belong to you anymore. This belongs to somebody else. They don't want you here. You need to cross over. You need to go somewhere. Um, doesn't always work. Doesn't always work, but sometimes most of the time it does. Like, we tell them, hey, you need to cross over. Um, it's okay to cross over. It's okay to go where you belong. This is not where you belong anymore. This is not your house. This is not your land. The owners don't want you here. This is now their place. This is their house. This is their area. Respectfully cross over, to where it is that you belong, and please leave the premises. please leave the house, please leave the land, and never come back. That's the way sometimes it is. Like, you can be gentle with them, and sometimes if you have what's called a malevolent spirit, which is a spirit at unrest, they're mad, they're pissed off. Not evil, but they're pissed off. They're most of the time they're mad, they're pissed off about something. You kind of have to get stern with them. Look, this is not your house. You do not belong here. You are not wanted here. You need to leave now. Like, sometimes you gotta get stern. And then um, you get into demonic hauntings, which I do not deal with demonic hauntings. That is not my specialty. If anybody comes to me with information, asking questions, and I figure out that it is demonic, I tell them that they need to get with a Roman Catholic church and a priest, and they need to do it that way. Okay, just make sure my headset's still live. And there we go. Okay, my thing moved on my settings on my screen. I couldn't see it. How many people we got in here so far? Let's see if my Discords or my OBS is different than what my phone is reading. Let's see what we got here. Yep, we got 5. If y'all would like to share the live stream, or listen to me, if you would like to share the live stream, if you'd like to share the channel, friends and family, anybody like to social media platforms, you may do so. I appreciate it. Help the channel grow. Give us a like. I know there's a little heart down here in the corner somewhere. I don't even know what side I'm on. I know there's a heart down there. Y'all can smash that thing as well. But you can actually back out of the live chat temporarily. You can actually hit that like button. It would help us out greatly. And if you'd like, if any of y'all have TikTok, you can also share us on TikTok too. If you're following the SPI channel on TikTok, y'all can tag us there and share us. Or if you'd like to share us, you can kind of record a video of us or whatever, what we're doing. You can put us, as a video or a story, and tag the link for the channel or the live stream in your comments. That would be awesome as well. I forgot to make a live video before I start. I forgot to make a video on TikTok before I started, so that's partially my bad as well. But hey, it happens. It's life. We're human. We're not perfect. Man, I'm holding a steady 5 viewers tonight. That is awesome. As it jumped up and down. I did have 10. Actually had 11 at one point. But hey, we would like to get more if we can. It's like Adrian walking in. Yep. But I always fear doesn't work today. No, they don't lash out. Not at all. Looks like Adrian's getting ready to plug in. Looks like a battery charger. Getting ready to charge up. Yep, he's charging up some camera batteries. So we had a charger inside, and we had like 3 outside. We were charging camera batteries like all fucking night long. That's why we have the battery backups we have. Well, at least I have one. But we're going to use our battery packs that we're getting ready to order, probably about another 5 or so. So we can hook up all the night vision cameras. We can have mobile charging with us if we need it. Things of that nature. Of course, it doesn't work for flashlights. Doesn't work for those kinds of things. And of course, it doesn't work for my digital camera. But it works for the video cameras. So. No, I've never had a spirit lash out at me. I've been pushed. I've been attacked. I've had spirits, show me. They're like, hey, guess what I can do? And then they show me that they can walk through me. So I've had that happen a few times as well. That's to be expected with being an investigator and being a sensitive. I've had my emotions brought down. I've had my energy brought down. They've sucked my energy out of me, which is okay with me. I tell them that they can do that. I have been touched. I've heard disembodied voices. I have seen full-bodied apparitions with my own eyes. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't scare me like most people do. Like, they'd be like, no, 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 can't do that, can't do that. I would scream. I'd run like a little girl. You can't do that because then that actually gives them more energy to use against whatever or whoever. So that's not always true. Um, there is the 3 a.m. hour, which is known as the witching hour, between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. They say it's a theory. It's not confirmed, but it's a theory stating that between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. the witching hour is the most active hour for the paranormal. Um, it has yet to be proven. Like I said, it's just a theory at this point. Um, but they do say with as much evidence that is captured, when people do like overnights with really haunted locations, they say between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. is the most active hour. Now, I've been to places during the daytime where it is completely active during the day. So it's not always true that the 12 to 3 a.m. or 12 to 4 a.m. is the most active. 3 to 4 a.m. right now is what they're saying is the most active part of a night, morning, however you want to put it. So we will get our chance. We will get our chance to do an overnight in the summer. We will be scheduling Octagon Hall down in Franklin, Kentucky. It will be about a 16-hour investigation. We'll be doing that overnight from 3 p.m. to about 6 or 7 p.m. So we will have that chance. Looks like this camera's, like I said, looks like this camera's gonna be pretty quiet. Doesn't look like a whole lot's going on. I wish the homeowner would have turned the light off. I didn't realize it was on. That was my bad. Mom coming out looking at her china hutch, making sure the first thing she did was look at the hutch to make sure it wasn't on. So we've come home. We've come home a couple times, or woke up in the mornings, and the china hutch light has been on, and it's a touch. You have to touch the top hinge for it to come on. Like it's touch. You can't do anything else. And we've woke up one or two times in the mornings, and the light's been on. We've also come home. It's been on. So. All right. Sorry, I was talking to my mom real quick. So dealing with the whole live streaming and talking and everything. So you know we're human. We're just like anybody else. We do have to have um, drinks and food and bathroom breaks and whatnot. So and sometimes we do need our nicotine too. So it just depends on those if they smoke or vape or not or whatnot. So I don't know why, but around the times 12 to 5, I always have chills and just have a feeling that someone is there. Um, that can happen. That can happen. Um, it might not. It might just be that you're feeling it. There might be something subconsciously um, that can cause it. There could be something paranormal causing it. You don't really know unless it's investigated. Like, um, I don't recommend people going and buying, digital recorders, paranormal equipment, stuff like that to try to do it. Because at that point, you're dabbling. Um, you're not doing your research. You're not doing your in-depth stuff to figure out um, how to handle the situation correctly. I have known several people who have went out and bought recorders and different kinds of equipment, and they've set it up, um, overnight or for 24 hours or whatever. And then they said, next thing we know, after doing all of that, they said they started having all this activity and stuff in their house. And I was like, well, what was you doing? They was like, oh, I was just trying to see if something was in my house. Okay, so at that point, you're dabbling. It's a bad idea. Um, that can seriously get you in a world of hurt. Because it's technically opening portals with dabbling into the paranormal. Like there's a difference between a ghost hunter and a paranormal investigator. Um, Ghost hunters are those who go looking for them. Okay, that's dabbling in the paranormal. That's what gets people, causes people to have attachments, um, to have strange things happen. Excuse me, to have things come home with them because they're just going out to look for the fun of it to try to find something. I'm a paranormal investigator. My group, we investigate things that go on in houses. We don't go looking for them. We look for responses. So there's a difference. So if you give me just a second. So again, we are human. We do have things that, we so-called need or want or things of that nature. Um, there goes Robbie getting another beer. So the homeowner was a very inebriated person by the end of the night. I didn't mind him out there, hanging around drinking beer. He was cool. He had a fire. He was hanging around Nerve Center with us all night. Um, he's a cool guy to hang out with. He hung out with us during the first investigation. He came along in places where we went throughout the property and the house. Was perfectly okay with it. He's cool with us. He likes to, he's like, hey, if y'all want to come out, hang out, have a bonfire, cook out, whatever. He's like, drink some beer. He's like, y'all come out, hang out. So we get homeowners that are like that. We do get business owners to be like, hey, if you want to come investigate again, just shoot me a phone call, shoot me an email. We'll have you back out. Um, we like that kind of customer base. It's very awesome. And I shouldn't really say customer base, but it's kind of the only way. But it's really nice to have those that you respect. They respect you. You get along very well. You don't disrespect them. Don't If they have kids, don't disrespect the kids. Be professional. Be nice. Um, be respectful to the land, buildings on the land, the house, whatever it might be, barns, outhouses, whatever. Just make sure you're respectful. Don't go in there and trash the place and leave it completely trashed. Leave it the way you found it when you came in. If not, maybe a little neater. We did that with Robbie's the first time. His entire dining room table was a little bit of a mess. So we kind of cleaned things up because we needed the table for the DVR setup. We needed for the computer setup and all that. So we cleaned it up for him. We got things kind of organized for him. We set everything up, and it was nice and organized when we left. It was nice and clean. We didn't leave any trash. Any trash that we do accumulate, we have trash bags in either one vehicle or both, um, and we keep those with us. And everything on my phone screen shut off. I was like, oh, I'm missing stuff. No, I'm not. Sorry, everybody. My stepdad was in the camera. He was coming up and kind of giving me some shit while he was standing here. Sorry, it's what he does. No worries. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So one of the viewers, so one of the viewers we have in here is actually me. I'm actually watching from my computer, and I'm watching from my phone, and I'm keeping the chat up on my computer so they can see it, and I also have it up on my phone. So if anybody says anything, I see it. Again, be sure to leave us a like. I know there's a little heart emoji thing in the bottom. Um, the like is actually out on the main part of the screen without the chat, so you'll just back out of the chat and you'll hit the like button, and then you'll just tap on the chat publicly with SPI. Leave us a like, give us a share. Would be awesome if you did. And we're done with that camera. We're with that subsection of the camera. So now we move on to the next one. We are on subsection 5. So this is the only what people would consider boring is gonna sit here and watch through every bit of the camera, the recordings, because in case if we miss anything. So everyone's like, "How do you do it? How do you do it?" With as long as I've been doing it, I've trained myself to be excited over this stuff. I absolutely love what I do. I get excited anytime we can book an investigation. I get super, super, super excited. I absolutely love it. I will do this until my last dying breath. I will not give up what I do. Um, and at that point, I would love to pass it on to somebody who could take over for me. And as I was stating earlier, our investigation we're going to be booking for Octagon Hall. Um, we will be taking like sleeping bags and cots and stuff like that. We will be switching off, kind of like almost like what they call fire watch in the military. Um, we'll be swapping off and on. Um, let those take like a couple hour nap or whatever, and then swap off and on during the night. Let some of those get naps to regain energy, to let them rest. Um, I'm used to staying up during investigations, so it doesn't really bug me too much. I will be sleeping as well, um, but we'll be having a designated area for those who need to rest um, that may do so. Um, it's kind of one of those like vulnerability things. But if when I do mine, I'm going to be in a notorious spot with activity um, to see if anything happens during while I'm sleeping. So I'll have my night vision camera on me the entire time. Um, yeah, I'll have that on me. Um, so to record any audio along with my recorder, I'll have that on me as well to see if anything happens, anything talks, any kind of noises, anything like that. I will have that on me. It will be directly facing me to see if anything happens. That's what they call the vulnerability experiment. Well, I'm glad you enjoy that sort of stuff. I've always enjoyed it too. Like, even though that I do not believe Ghost Adventures is real, I still watch them just to see what kind of techniques they use, what kind of different equipment they use. We are planning on trying to get sponsored to get some newer equipment, some higher technical equipment, stuff of that nature. Because right now we're still kind of old fashioned DVR, which DVRs aren't necessarily old fashioned, um, but we have an older. I have a new one, but it's still kind of an older style. I would like to get one with at least one way audio. Um, that way we can possibly hear things. If somebody's sitting at Nerve Center, we can hear something on camera coming through the DVR. Um, that way we can also hear those others out there investigating if they're within audio shot of the camera. We can hear them as well. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. Matter of fact, real quick, I'm actually going to bring up some photos here that we actually captured. Let me see here. See if I can bring this up. Let me pull up another caption here for you guys. Right. Let me pull this out of the way here. Oh, it's not going to pull it up. Okay. So I might have to minimize this real quick. Let me minimize the video, see if it'll pop it up. I don't know if it will. Hang on. We got a little beta thing working here. Okay, so it's not working. Give me just a moment, guys. So let me go ahead and do window capture. Let's see. Nope, you know what's that? Let me remove this. There you go. Welcome. Let's see if I can do a display capture. There we go. Here's display capture. Okay. So in this picture, I don't know how well y'all can see it on your screen, but there is a half-bodied apparition right here. Let me pull the chat back out so I can see you guys here. So yeah, right here. So here's the face. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but I'm going to try and zoom in as best I can. So right here is a face. Okay. Long hair. Looks to be like it's got some sort of war paint or scarring or something going on in the face. And then there's an arm here. And you can see the coat. Like you can see the coat here. You can barely see the other arm here. And then there's a collar here and a collar here. I can't really make out. It looks Native American to me. I could be wrong. But there is that picture there. Let me know if y'all see anything. If y'all would like a moment to look, I will let you. Let me know in the comments if y'all see anything. That is not what I wanted. Go back. There we go. Let me know in the comments if y'all see that figure there. Okay, so there's that one. So, oops, yeah, we're gonna pull this up. It happens. So in this picture right here, I'm gonna zoom in right there. Do y'all see the face right here? And notice the curtain is rounded around that face. The camera is like it's moved or around whatever is standing there. I'll let y'all take a moment and see if y'all see it. So there's a face right here. You can see two eyes. You can barely see the one over here, but there's one here. There's definitely one here you can see. There's a mouth and the bridge of a nose, and you can see the nose. You can kind of see the top of the head and what looks like the chin. It's kind of really pointy. And there's an eye here and an eye here. Here and here. And then you can, looks like what looks to be the neck right here, but I can't really tell. And so the reason that we take photos like these, let me drag this one down here, is because we take succession videos, or photos. We take them back and back. Okay, you see it there? Okay. And then in the next photo we take, it's gone, and the curtain is straight down. There's nothing in the curtain. Yeah, there's nothing in the curtain at this time. Now, one of the other ones that we did find, and I'm sorry, you guys get to watch me go through my files here. So this is the full-bodied apparition. So you're going to see my reflection right here from when I took the camera, or when I took the picture. This is my reflection, okay? But this is what I'm talking about right here. This is a full-bodied apparition caught on camera, on night vision. And as you can see, there's my TikTok in the bottom. So as you can tell, this is actually taken on my computer screen. I didn't think to take a snippet of it, but yeah, right here is a full-bodied apparition. So you see a top hat, what looks like a feather in it, right here. So you'll see the feather in the top hat. Here's the nose and eye. You can see the mouth. You can see the chin. This would be what would be considered like a white furl of the coat. There's the coat that comes down right here. Okay, this is a tree limb right here. This is a tree limb of another tree. Yeah, and then you can see both legs all the way to the feet right here. So that is one of the ones that we did capture. So yeah. Let's see if I can get this to transition correctly here. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, one more thing I need to show you guys real quick. Let me see if I can bring my... There we go. So one more thing I need to show you guys is what's called an ectoplasm. So this is a burst of electromagnetic field energy, okay, that is captured on a digital still camera. So I took this picture, okay, you can see the date. Well, the date's actually incorrect, but still. Yeah, 2013, that's completely wrong. The date is right, or the timestamp is right, but the date is wrong. This is the first investigation we did, along with that full-body apparition. This is called an ectoplasm burst. This is only captured on camera. You cannot see these with your naked eye. So this is called an ectoplasm. It's a burst of electromagnetic field energy captured on a digital still camera. It's really neat to see them. They can be captured in different ways, different colors. It's yeah. Yes, someone was looking out the window in that picture. But yeah, this is known as an ectoplasm. They are cool to capture. Um, Most of the time, when you capture something like this, they do not show up on the camera. Like the camera will cycle through the display before you can see it. Like it will literally just kind of flash, and then you won't see it until after you go through and grab all your photos. So back to the video. Sorry, I give you guys a little bit of a learning curve there, a little bit of learning, little lesson there. I was trying to do. I guess it's not going to really be the same, but it is what it is. I'm still on this learning curve of this new update. Um, with OBS, which is my recording that I use, and my streaming system that I use, and my streaming service I use. So it's kind of a little neat little thing. I'm sorry that you guys get to see the whole yellow streak cover thing around my capture screen here. I'm trying to rework it here to see what exactly is going on. Let's see, where is this one? Okay, let's not do that one. And let's hide that one. Let's remove this guy. There we go. Let's transition over that way. There we go. Having slight technical problems over here, but I'm fixing them while you guys are watching. There we go, so I can see my screen properly. So this is all part of being a paranormal investigator, is sitting for multiple hours going over evidence, going over audio as well. After the cameras are done, I will be live streaming the audio from the recorders. That way y'all can um, see what we got going on. And I know that the videos are kind of boring. I do apologize for the boringness of them, but this is what happens being an investigator. I look for anything that moves, any kind of shadows, and anything that moves, whether it's big or small. Light anomalies, not to be confused with orbs. Okay, orbs are not paranormal. Okay, light anomalies are. Orbs can be anything from bugs to microscopic bugs to dust particles, etc. You notice there's no dust orbs in this camera, so if we happen to see like a light anomaly flashing across the screen, you'll know that that is something paranormal. So, anybody have any other questions they'd like to ask? Good question. So going out to, I don't remember if it's Rough River or if it's Nolan Lake. There is a cemetery on the corner of one of the roads we turn on. I want to say it's Nolan. There's a cemetery on one of the corners, and we have to turn left. And by that cemetery, as soon as you turn left, there is a path that goes back. And it doesn't matter how many times I've driven by there. Every time I drive by there, um, I get the creepy feeling that something is trying to make me go back that path. Of course, I just keep driving. But it's a real creepy, eerie feeling. There goes Robbie going to get probably another beer. Yep. You'll see him come back out with another beer in his hand. There it is. It just depends. Um, Private residences are between 3 to 5 hours. Most of the time, they normally don't go past like the 3 to 4 hour mark. Um, this investigation, however, Robbie's a real nice guy. Um, and I believe he works third shift anyway, so he allows us to investigate as long as we like. He told us we could have stayed until 3 4 o'clock in the morning. We were all getting tired around the midnight 1 o'clock mark, so we packed up and left. We got home. I think we got home right around the 3 o'clock mark that morning, 2:30 3 o'clock. Um, After packing everything up, getting tearing everything down, getting it all packed up, put in its correct place. Um, yeah, so it just depends. Now, like I said, the one in the summer when we go to Octagon Hall, that'll be about 16 hours. Because, like I said, we'll have it from about 3 to 3:30 in the afternoon to about 6 or 7 in the morning. So it'll be anywhere between 15 to 16 hours. So we'll see. Um, that one will be where we'll have to rest during the night, get some sleep, stuff like that. So that one we are looking at collaborating with another group that well, Sean was in here earlier. He is from Western Illinois Paranormal. Was it Western Illinois Paranormal Society? I think is what he's called. Yeah, Western Illinois Paranormal Society. I will be getting in contact with him, with his group, to see about getting together and doing a dual investigation at Octagon Hall. We are also going to be collaborating about doing some investigations with his group over in Illinois as well. So we'll see how everything goes with that. He will be sending us some shirts as soon as I get some more shirts made. Um, I got to get some shirts made for his group as well. We're going to be sharing shirts with each other, so that way that they can wear shirts over there, we can wear shirts here. We can kind of spread the word about each other's groups, um, and that way we can dual investigate with with each other. So that'll be a cool thing. It's the first time it's ever happened. I've been trying to collaborate with other groups. I've only gotten in contact with another guy here locally. He's in Elizabethtown, with it's called the Elizabethtown Paranormal Society. He's out of Elizabethtown. I think he's got 8 members in his group. I met him while working at the local Walgreens here. So, and I wish I had remembered his name. He didn't have any business cards, but I did give him one of mine, so he's got my contact number, email, all that sort of stuff. So, our group also does allow ride-alongs. Um, a ride-along form is good for 90 days. Um, it does explain everything, in the form of what you can and can't do. Make sure you're polite. Make sure you're respectful. All that good stuff. So we got about another 15 minutes on this camera. So after this camera, we will call it a night for the live stream. I don't want to make these live streams too terribly long. Right now, we are at the 2 hour, 8 minute mark. So this will be about 2 hours, 25 minutes. And I don't want to make them too long. So I might continue if my other group member, Chrissy, if she's able to get on tonight. I will continue some extra camera footage tonight. If not, then I will continue another live stream tomorrow if y'all would like to come back and join us. Looks like this camera is going to be pretty quiet like the rest of them. Like I said, we do accept ride-alongs. So if anybody would like to do a ride-along, if you know anybody in the area, if they want to do ride-alongs, they can. I do plan on um, seeing if I can collect up my uncle for the summer investigation, get him down here to go to Octagon Hall. I think he would absolutely love it. Because I think he would enjoy the history on the area. My uncle's a big historian, specifically a Civil War historian. So I think he would love the whole Octagon Hall thing, um, along with the history of the land and the area. I think he would absolutely love that big long investigation. I think it'd be just right up his alley. Which I know he's I know he's asleep. He's got to work tomorrow. Um, but maybe one of these Friday nights or Saturday nights, I'll send him the link to our channel and one of our videos we're going over, and maybe he would like to come join us. He absolutely supports me like 1,000%. He's like, hey, keep doing it, keep growing. I appreciate that you enjoyed watching. Um, I don't normally get a lot of people that stay in here for my 2 hours, 2.5 hours, sometimes three. I don't get a whole lot of people that stay in here. Um, that's okay. I've got a low. So far, I've got a total of 17 viewers. I don't know if they've all stayed in. I don't know if they've all watched partially. I won't know until I go back on the analytics here in 24 hours and look. But I do recommend, if you know anybody that loves the paranormal, um, share the heck out of the channel. Even just a video link or whatever, share the channel. Let them know, hey, this is what we do. Um, I will be having some videos. Not necessarily some YouTube videos until I get my video editing software um, paid up for the year. But definitely some YouTube shorts, some TikToks. I will definitely get those up after I get all the video evidence done. Then I'll be going over audio. So it should take me a day probably to get all the video little clips done, and then from there I'll be able to do some other things. Yeah, Adrian and I are looking at testing the REM pod out sometime. We don't know where or when yet, but we are looking at testing it to see what kind of stuff we get with it. You got like 5.5 minutes. The indoor cameras this night when we did this investigation were real quiet. After I get done with this camera, there actually is one more camera we got to do. I got to remember where that one's facing. I don't remember off the top of my head where that one's facing. I'll have to go through and look at that one here after the live stream and see where that one's at and see if we would be a good area to get anything. Again, in the future, there will be a DVR with one-way audio, so we'll actually be able to have video and audio evidence from the DVR, which will help us out immensely. So if there's, for say, like there's nobody in the house or in that location, we'll actually be able to hear anything that passes in front of or around the camera. We'll be able to hear it. So we'll see. Another plan that we plan on doing is to take recorders and place at each camera um, to see if we capture anything on the cameras or by the cameras before I get the audio DVR. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, you know, it just takes money. 2.5 minutes ish. Just keeping a countdown on the camera here. Full on 18 views. What do we got for current viewers? We're down to 4 still? Yep. Got about a minute left here. Just gonna finish off this video. And of course, right as the video is ending, why does it look like something's moving in the curio cabinet? I'll have to get some more eyes on that one. Could be just the way the camera's recording. Can't pinpoint it as paranormal without actually getting the opinion of others. All right, y'all. Into that video. I want to send my appreciation out to all of you for joining. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Um, I hope y'all do come back for more. Um, I will, yeah, I will be back on tomorrow night with some more video evidence, and to hope y'all come join me. So, with that being said, again, thank you all very, very much for joining. I really do appreciate all of you. Um, again, we'll be back tomorrow with some more evidence. Guys, as always, keep it ghostly. We'll see you next time.